If you guys cannot tell by now, my channel has changed drastically over the last few months, and you will definitely be seeing more and more DIYs, home decor videos, remodels, and honest reviews. In today's video, I'll be renovating my bathroom with the help of my husband on the flooring, toilet installation, and wall paneling demo. I also want to give Tress Wellness a shout out for sending me their waxing kit, but I'll get more into that in just a bit. Just a disclosure, this is not a tutorial, nor is my husband or I a licensed contractor at all. We are simply trying to save some dollar bills, y'all. And we just wanted to show you guys how our journey was, how it's going, and all that we did to save money on our bathroom. If you can see by the roof, the ceiling in the bathroom, we actually had really bad leakage in our bathroom, and that lasted for almost a year. We finally were able to get it fixed. So you're just seeing the ceiling as in its, in its state after the roof had already been fixed. There's a lot in this bathroom that was wrong. Like, this wall paneling was there since the 50s. The toilet was there since 1984. I mean, there was just this, it was just old bathroom. This vanity doesn't seem too old, but it was pretty dingy, and we really didn't have enough money to get a whole new one, so I decided to go ahead and do a whole remodel of the vanity, and we got a new toilet, as you can already see. This is just some footage of what the bathroom looked like when our friend, my best friend's husband, fiance at the time, went ahead and helped us redo the entire ceiling in our bathroom.
Em, why do you keep coughing? You okay?
It was rotted, it was molded, and there was just so much damage to it. And thankfully, we knew someone who was able to help us fix it. And we just want to give you guys a shout out because we love you so much, and we're so thankful for all your help and support when we needed someone to help us fix this bathroom.
Ooh, baby.
So right here you see my husband trying to get the linoleum up off the floor, which this is how we thought we had to do it, but later on found out that there's actually an easier way, which I'm going to get into in a couple of clips to show you guys exactly what we did. We actually used a heat gun to remove all the linoleum, and we pulled up this old existing tile, pulled up the baseboards. We basically were just trying to figure out the foundation of this bathroom so that we would know exactly what to do and how to just go about it. I also want to take a minute to thank Tress Wellness for sending me out their complete waxing kit. I was able to test it out in the comfort of my home and was super impressed. I've always wanted one of these, so to be able to use it in the comfort of my own home not only saved me money, but it also saved me time. It was easy and super simple to use and comes with everything that you'll need, and that's a huge plus because you don't have to spend extra money buying extra things. You can find it on Amazon at an incredibly affordable price. Be sure to hit that bell notification because I will be showing you guys a full review using this waxing kit, like a tutorial, I guess, and just, how I received results. I do have before and after pictures that I will also be sharing with you guys because your girl was super hairy. So if you'd like to see that, please hit that notification bell, subscribe, and let me know if you guys are excited to see that review down in the comments. And now on to day 2, which will be setting the foundation.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna update you guys on what's going on. So last night we noticed that there's water damage here and here. However, we let the fan blow all night, which actually dried it up a little bit over there. So we know that the floor really isn't that damaged. It actually looks like there might be a little bit of mold, but it doesn't look bad. So what we're gonna do is scrape this up, which is called linoleum. We're gonna scrape it up really good. And then my dad said, because this is what my dad does for a living, he said scrape it up and just take some bleach down there and clean it up with some bleach and soapy water. And so mop it up real good, put the fan back in front of it, let it all dry. And then once it dries, then I'm gonna spray it down with some Kill spray paint, and then we'll be able to lay this other stuff down on the floor before we put up the new tiling. What is this called? A fern gun, heat gun. This gets up to 500 Celsius degrees, but it's basically to heat up the linoleum so that it's easier to scrape off. So I'm about to do that right now and put my LOL mask back on. Wow, so it's actually working. I'm so glad I did more research. It's coming up, and to my surprise, there's not a lot of bad damage there. I feel like we might see a little more right here, but it doesn't look bad, and that's an easy fix.
So it definitely smelled it like a little mold the night before. You could smell it. You could smell the water damage. It was kind of scary, so I just made sure that I wore a mask. But as you can see, like I was saying, this heat gun, I'm gonna go ahead and it was actually really easy, really cool. It did hurt my hand a little bit, but it worked really well. And all you're doing is just letting the area heat up, and then you're scraping it up. So once I was finished with all of that, the next day I went ahead and cleaned it up, sprayed it with the Kills like I was telling you guys before, and then that is supposed to help block any type of moisture and all that other kind of stuff. In just a few seconds, you're going to see us lay down this red flooring, and this is to help protect the floor. It's for roofing, flooring, painting, and again, protection. Alright, so I'm about to try to remove this. Never done it before, but we're gonna do it. Today is the first day for everything. Let's do it. And then now I wanted to go ahead and remove this vanity because it was really in the way, and it was just kind of hard to do what I needed to do in this bathroom. I also wanted to get started on the DIY on this vanity so that it can be clean and, you know, look a little bit more presentable. It really didn't take this actually took me a lot longer than I expected. I feel like if I would have done this before, I would have known what to do, but because it was my first time, I had no clue of how to remove it. I had to run to the store. It was just a mess. My hands were hurting. It was crazy. All right, guys. Alrighty, so the grand finale. That was a terrible drum, by the way. I just did it. I did it. It took me about an hour because I didn't have the right tools, so I had to go to the store. But I pulled it out, but this is what was under there. And then I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. Once I removed it, everything is just exposed. We actually had to do some plumbing because we weren't able to use our sink for at least 6 months because it had been clogged up. But yeah, so then I went ahead and started to remove all of the old caulking that was along the toilet, along the tub, as you can see here, so that way we can have a nice clean foundation to work with. Now we are on week 1 and the DIY vanity. So these are some of the products I use. I use this Ultimate Satin Blocker Primer, which has a shellac base, which is really good. It helps against scratching and all that. I did not even use this. It did not work well at all, and I will show you guys in a couple of minutes the one that I did use. This is the spray paint that I use to spray the vanity. So I just started off by removing all of the doors and whatever else I need to remove so that it would be easier to paint the vanity and to just, you know, just get it ready and all that kind of stuff. And here's just like a quick, you know, before. As you can tell, there's like some mold. There's old staples. It's been damaged a little bit because of water. And you know, it was honestly a hot mess. So I went ahead and pulled everything off and went ahead and used some water and bleach to clean it down, make sure that it was nice and clean before we apply the paint. And then I went and used that shellac base primer because that stuff is a genius. Let me tell you, no, I didn't have to sand this down. Instead, I just use this primer to help, and you don't get any scratches, no dings, nothing. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is amazing, like amazing. I should have done maybe 3 or 4 coats. I only did 2 coats, but it still held up pretty well. And then I went ahead and spray painted it. Lost the footage, I'm sorry. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and start the remodel of or start the DIY of the vanity top. I wanted to get a new one. I actually did buy a new one. I went to the store, bought a new one. It didn't fit, so I decided to go ahead and DIY this one and just make it look brand new again. And I'm just sanding it down from a video that I watched. I just watched someone, they sanded it down, wiped it down real good, and then went ahead and used the spray paint that I'm about to show you right now to spray it, which is, I'm telling you guys, this stuff is just so good. So it's the Rust-Oleum Epoxy Appliance Spray. It's a little different than the other one. However, the other one was by Rust-Oleum as well. And now right here, as you can already tell, I'm just putting everything back together and screwing everything back in and then cleaning it up before I place the new hardware on the door. Alright, so let's get into it. We are still on week 2, flooring and toilet installation. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is this mirror. Alright, so I tried to redo this mirror. Once I took it outside and tried to paint it, and tried to remove the old wood paneling around it, it was a disaster. It didn't work out well at all and it broke. Alrighty, let's get off. So let's go ahead and play around with this and see what we can do. Okay, then the same day we decided to go ahead and remove the toilet so that we could get the flooring done, which actually wasn't hard as we expected it to be. It was very easy. Yeah. Big old shout out to my husband. He the real OG. Cause I couldn't do that. This part was really grossing me out. There's no way that I could pull a toilet up and look at all of that. That was pretty disgusting, and it did stink. So it was pretty nasty. But like I was showing you that red flooring, we went ahead and used some carpet tape to seal it down on the floor. This is what someone told us at Home Depot, so we went ahead and used that. And this is it's waterproof. It's like a base before you lay down your flooring, and it actually worked really good, and it held up very well. It's very sturdy. So yeah, this is what we used as a foundation before laying down our tiles. Just to let you guys know, we use vinyl tiles on our flooring because we don't have anything to cut a ceramic tile, and we didn't really want to go through with all of that because, like I said, this is our first time. But laying them down was so easy. You just lay them down. We didn't even use spacers. We tried to use spacers, but realized the spacers were actually annoying. So we just laid them down the way that we wanted them, with I think 1/4 of an inch apart. And then once we finished that, then we went ahead and went in with grout. And guys, let me tell you, the grouting was so therapeutic. I can't wait to try that again. Like, it was pretty cool. Okay, so we weren't sure how we were gonna lay the tiles flat up against the toilet or the edge of the walls and the tub. It was pretty intimidating, but we came up with an idea. We used the bottom pieces of paper that was under the vinyl hexagons, and we used it to mark the spot. To use it to trace out where we needed it to go, and then we traced over top of the vinyl tile. Used an X-Acto knife to cut it, or not an X-Acto knife, but you guys know what those things are called. We used one of those to line it up and then make sure we had a nice cut, and that was it. It was super simple, super easy. Now we know in the future how to lay tile correctly if we ever get stuck again. But like I said, this was so easy. Then the next thing we did was went ahead and lay down the grout. We used these little cake icing decorating bags. I have a bunch of those, so we just put that inside. We just put the grouting inside of there, and to get nice clean lines instead of grout being all over the place, I just went in, both of us, we just went in and got those lines really good, made sure that it was deep down in there, scraped it up with one of these Dollar Tree spatulas. I'm not sure the exact name of these things, but we used one of those to just make sure we had clean lines. As you can see, the sponge, we use that, damp the sponge, and then you just wipe it up to get up any extra grout, and then use a towel to wipe over it to clean up the spot. So simple. I had no clue this was going to be this easy, but yeah, this is what it looked like so far, and like I said, this was easy. I cannot wait to try this again.
Alright guys, so this is where we're at right now. We've had some hiccups along the way. We got the toilet in, but because our floor isn't completely level, the toilet is kind of like up a little bit, but it's not as bad as, it's not that bad. Like, we're just gonna caulk the bottom of the toilet. We had this problem with our other toilet as well. We did pull the walls down, so I have to fix these walls, which is an easy fix. It just takes some patience. And as you see over there, I filled the holes with some gap filler. And then we pulled this side of the wall off, and there was a hole down there, so I filled that as well. And those will get fixed this week. Move. Good job, you did it. Superman. Superman, you. Okay guys, just want to let you know that it has been probably 2 weeks, but here's where we're at right now. This bathroom has been a challenge because we just don't have time to do it the way we want. So to update you, we have put the vanity in. It's perfect. It works great. It looks great. It cleans well. I'll probably have to do a little bit of touch-ups and clean it a little bit because of course the kids have made a little mess. But on the inside it looks really good. So far it's holding up. I did a great job putting the plumbing and everything back in. This is all the new stuff that I want to put up in the bathroom. Just haven't had a chance to do that yet. But these knobs, oh my gosh, they're amazing. I just love them. And again, I'll have everything linked in the description. But still got to figure out what we're going to do with this. I want to get a new one. I also need to get a new mirror because I broke the other one. Still not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm about to go ahead and plaster these walls today, as well as this side. And the floors are pretty done. I just need to go around and fix up some trim areas. My kids have already demolished my rug, which is I'm not too happy about. The good thing is that it was a $7 IKEA rug, so I can grab another one. This will not stay in here. I need to get a better one. This I'm taking down right now. I'm going to be painting this black and then putting it back in here. But before I put it back in, I'm going to clean out the shower really good, clean out all of the old existing caulk, all the old existing caulk, put down new caulking, and gonna hang up some organization stuff in here so it can just look a lot better. Eventually one day we're gonna paint this whole tub, but for right now I'm not even stressing it. I don't care at this point. I just want this bathroom to look presentable. Another thing that you can see is the walls need to be painted, but I'm about to go ahead and get it bussin', get it done, get it started, get it. Don't know if there's a slang, if that was the right slang. Not sure, it didn't sound right, but we'll see. Also, one more thing I want to show you guys. This wall here, we didn't remove it because if we did, we would have had to remove this whole like piping area here, and it was just, we didn't want to do all of that. And it's really oldie. It's really old and kind of musty, rusted, and we didn't know how to change that out, so we just left it there. The whole point of doing this bathroom was to save money, so we didn't want to hire somebody. So I'm going to make it work, okay? If I have to take up the new trim, the old trim, and put down new trim, I have a DIY that I want to try to see if it works. If not, this just is going to have to stay here and just be a part of the decor, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. And